Hello and welcome to another absolutely spankingly beautiful day here in sunny Nova Scotia, and welcome to my channel, The Optimistic Gardener. My name is Steve Farley. Well, it's just about the end of August, so I thought I'd better do an August update of the vegetable garden, and I thought I'd better do it today because we've got some tropical storm coming in tomorrow, so I might not have a vegetable garden left. You never know. So I thought I'd better get it in. Lots of things been going on in the optimistic vegetable garden over the last 6 weeks really. I've harvested all my potatoes, harvested all my peas, and changed the beds over to my autumn crops. I've got broccoli in certain places, and now all the other fruits and vegetables are starting to really come through. The tomatoes are colouring through, and very soon going to be able to be harvested. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm really looking forward to be able to using them in some of my cooking dishes that I'm doing in my Optimistic Gardener in the Kitchen series as well, which I'm really enjoying. My runner beans, my purple beans, the butternut squashes are all starting to come through, so lots of things to show you. So why don't we get on and have a little look around. Oh, before we do, I'm going to do a shameless marketing plug now. Thank you to all my friends on Facebook that when I put the whatever video I have, I put it on one of the different gardening Facebook sites, and lots of people support me by watching the videos, and hopefully you're getting something out of it. It'd be really nice if if you are enjoying the videos to like them on YouTube, and then even if you really like them and you want to see some more, how about subscribing? I think it'll be worth your while because I've got lots more to show you and lots more projects going on, especially going into the autumn now. Enough of the plug. Why don't we get down to a bit of seeing what's going on in the optimistic vegetable garden. So here was what for most of the summer I've had a beautiful mass of peas, and they absolutely loved it this summer, all the way till literally about 2 weeks ago. They've been absolutely firing out peas left, right and centre. Couldn't keep up with them either, so I've frozen a load for the winter. Now I've refreshed the compost, and I've put in broccoli for the autumn, for an autumn harvest, and hopefully they're going to do all right. They took a battering before I even got them in there. Something was at them, and I should really cover them again soon. So yep, but they're looking okay and they're all ready to go, so hopefully I'll be enjoying some nice broccoli in a couple of months to come. So here I've got my bush beans, my pole beans. I've got mostly runner beans and some purple climbing beans this year. My runner beans have not done particularly well this year. I don't know whether it's because I've overcrowded this bed below here, or it's because of the dry summer that we've been having, but I haven't so far had the real yield I'm trying to find. See, not many. Normally I would have loads and loads hanging off here for the last couple of years, lots of different ones hanging, and loads, and I can't keep up normally. Yet my purple beans, which I've only got a few here at the moment, have been absolutely superb. I've had tons and tons and tons off this one, and one over there that I've got, I'll show you in a minute. Absolutely loads. So I don't know if anyone's got any ideas. Maybe it's because of the heat and I haven't watered them enough, but it's funny that the purple ones have been doing really well, but the runner beans, my favourite, have not been doing so well. But the yellow beans below there, as you can see, there's about 6 plants there. They're coming to the end of the yield, and I've had loads and loads and loads of yellow beans. Really impressed with them. Usual, really good doers, yellow beans, yellow bush beans. And I've still got a few plants worth of beans left, but they're coming to the end of the season, but they've been mighty tasty. As you can see here, I've got absolutely loads and loads and loads of different types of tomatoes. I'm very happy so far. Hopefully they'll all come through. And here's all my cherries down here, starting to colour up nicely. Moving round even more. So done really well out of this one so far. Now I really need to be thinking about actually curtailing the growth now, so that I can they can put all their energy into actually producing me the best tomatoes they can. So here's my onions, and I'm very proud of these beauties. Well, I'm very proud of the white onions anyway. They have come on an absolute treat. I've got some real big ones here, real good sizes, all still looking healthy. I need to start picking them really, because I don't want them to grow absolutely massive. My red onions, not so good. They haven't grown as big, and you know, they've gone over into needing to pick them, as in they've fallen over already. Now, is that because I put a mulch down? Not so experienced on the onion front, so anyone could tell me before I have to look it up on Google whether it was me mulching them or not. But I know the ones I didn't mulch stupidly, I didn't do half of the whites and half of the reds with mulch and without mulch. But all I know is my white onions have done really well. The red onions are alright, but not anywhere near as good as these. But these are beauties. So here's my carrots bed. As you can see, lots of top growth. I've already had lots of, well, I say lots, I've had quite a few carrots out of here already. I planted these succession planting, and I planted them quite close together, and I've had some really, as you can see, that's a, you know, not a bad side. You know, as soon as I'm planting them quite close together, and they're absolutely delicious. What else we got in here? Have a look. Oh. Yep, some absolute beautiful ones there, and like I said, absolutely delicious. So these were, I planted them alternates, Naunt and Napoli, and I can highly recommend them. Really, really good, really good. And I've got these for a few months to come, and I'm actually going to plant another load tonight in one of my other beds to see if I can get them going through to Christmas, because you know, a nice bit of frost, bit of freezing on the carrots turns all the starches more to sugars, and they taste extra sweet. So it's not too late to plant some carrots. So in this bed here, this is my asparagus bed. I thought I would use the available space in between the actual asparagus bushes themselves to grow some tomatoes. And as you can see in there, I've got even more. Not too bad a yield at all. So I've got one there and one there. So I'm pretty happy with what was, you know, what's really a dead space, and now I've been able to use it, and I think they've probably benefited from a little bit of shade in some respects. So yeah, another good yield of tomatoes. I'm going to have tomatoes coming out in the ears, I think. So this bed here is randomly, I've still got a bit of kale in there. I don't know why I'm growing it. I don't even particularly like kale, but it looks nice, and I do take the odd leaf out of it. I've got more tomatoes, as you can see, lots of them in here, piles and piles and piles of nice tomatoes again, and I've got cucumbers. I've had a few cucumbers out of here already, and as you can see, I've got loads more coming now, and with this bit of rain we're going to have tonight, that should give this a real good soaking, and hopefully get them producing even more cucumbers as we go along. I don't actually like cucumbers that much. Mrs. F likes them, you know, now and then in a salad, but I went to Beijing a couple of years ago, and in amongst all the bizarre dishes like deep fried scorpion or whatever that I sort of had to try, there was these, I thought they were like courgettes or zucchini as you call them, but they actually turned out to be fried cucumber with ginger. Absolutely delicious. So I'll be trying that in the Optimistic Gardener in the kitchen in the next couple of weeks. And don't miss that one, because that's you know, what do you have in cucumber? Cucumber and salad, cucumber sandwiches, you know, it all gets a bit boring. It's nice to switch it up now and then. So cucumber. I've got what turned it out to be a melon growing here. I should really cut it down because it's not actually giving me any melons, and now it's getting a bit late for you know, for the heat to drive the melons. So, but I haven't got the heart to cut it down at the moment. I suppose I should do. I should be ruthless in the garden sometimes. On to the next bed. So, coming into my next area here, through the archway of a beautiful honeysuckle that the hummingbirds absolutely love. It's been great sitting there in the mornings, seeing the hummingbirds coming in, twittering away. So this would be a bit more of an express sort of a voyage round. Another cucumber just got rambling up there, and I've had a couple off here already, and there's one growing now. This is my big failure of the year. This area here, as you can see, was sweet corn, and I didn't have enough germinate, and obviously that's the case because I've had a complete null and void on the actual plants. So I thought, let's swap it out, and I've got peas in there now already. So the peas are looking good already. They're climbing up nicely for an autumn harvest. So I'm pleased with them already, and I'm going to plant some spinach just over here, which is where I had quite a lot of the sweet corn. And there's the little spinach now. They're doing all right. And some more interlopers. So 3 nice sunflowers that seem to be doing okay. So I've let them grow on, and they should be producing me some nice flowers to give to Mrs. F in a few weeks' time. It's funny actually. Here's another sunflower. So this was all must have been in the compost. I'll just let them grow, and another one. And then look at that big cheeky fella. It's funny how, you know, one has grown so much more than the others, but he's doing very well. And all along this side here, again, I've got tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, more tomatoes, big fat beefy tomatoes there. Look at them big old units. More tomatoes, more big beef ones, and some lovely cherry ones there, just starting to colour nicely. Look at that lot. Looking forward to that lot, I tell you. More tomatoes, so they've all done really well along here. Here's some more peas. So this had the seaweed potatoes. And those of you who've seen my potato series would have known that the seaweed potatoes won the day. I had seaweed there, earth potatoes there, didn't too bad, and then I had a box over there next to that contraption with other potatoes growing in leaf mould, and they were rubbish. So there we go, but more peas in now, so these are looking good for a nice autumn harvest. And now all the rest of this is swapped over to squashes and pumpkins. So I've got loads and loads of these butternut squashes coming up. This is pumpkins in here. So as you can see, got a nice pumpkin growing there. Now I don't eat pumpkins, so that's why I'm growing them in these tyres. I just use them for the autumn. What's it called? Halloween. So the son can put his Ethan can put his lanterns and things in. And I've got a big mass of pumpkins and squash growing here. So there's another pumpkin going, and pumpkins going off this way. And in here I've got courgette or zucchini, as you guys call it. So I've got green ones there, and let's get in there. Let's get in the jungle. And if you can see, yellow ones growing there, and I've had a few of them already. Beautiful. Coming round here, more jungle and more butternut squash somewhere. There's one in there. He was growing up there, so he must have fallen down. This is supposed to be a giant pumpkin. Well, it's a giant pumpkin growing, but don't seem to be doing anything in a minute. Is that going to grow into the big giant one that I want? Seems a bit late to me now. More butternut squash in there. Another random sunflower. And then this was where I was trialling the onions. So I had these as green onions all in here. They've done quite well actually. Got a bit too dry, so next year I think I'm going to build it up another one high. But actually I've had quite a few green onions, and now I've let these remaining ones turn into bigger ones, and they're doing all right. Coming round the contraption, more butternut squash. So I think I'm going to have quite a bit of butternut squash, but I've got some good recipes for that, so look out for that. Here I have planted lettuce, so lettuce is hopefully going to come up there. Coming round to the last bit, more tomatoes. So this tomatoes here is where I haven't mulched at all, so they're not half as big. Still a decent crop considering. Some kale at the back there, but you know, considering. I'm liking the look of these. Got a nice look to them. So although they're cracking a bit though, so hopefully they'll still be all right, but not as good as the ones with the mulch on. So there we go. And I've got some lettuce growing in now, in here now. We look in amongst in the shade, what shade there is, so that's good. And here, I've probably said this before, this is the hardwood cuttings that I took of dogwoods back in April time, and said before it's near enough 99% success rate, and I'm going to be potting these up in a week or so's time after I get back from my little jaunt to Cape Breton. In here again, more tomatoes. Not so many on this one, but can't turn my nose up. There we go. There's my nursery bed for poppies I've got there. And that's it. There's the big load of tomatoes all the way along. So not a bad harvest. Ooh, there's a new pumpkin there. You can see. Beautiful. So there we go. August update done. I've had the world supply of peas this summer, fantastic. Beans, other than runner beans, have done really well. I've got loads of potatoes. Seaweed potatoes did the best. As you can see, the tomatoes are going to be coming thick and fast soon, and my squashes and pumpkins are looking good. And I'm all planted up nearly for the autumn, so I'll be planting up carrots still not too late to put some arugula or rocket, lettuce, get it in a pot, you know, get it in the ground. What else can we be growing? Not too late for a bit of broccoli, especially the carrots, like I said. But yeah, keep planting, especially these leafy crops now. And I hope you enjoy your summer harvests to come. And I'll see you next month on the September update. Job's a good one.